This is a Global Original Podcast. Well, now, these clips are a hoot and a half. It was the first day of freedom from the evil European overlords. I get a proposal from a lady in Croydon. We fail to spot a celebrity and find that a dog is worth £10 million. And we hear about cute, cuddly bears with a social disease. Oliver says, can you please not play the Nigel Farage kicked in the head by a horse clip as soon as possible? Thanks. No, I absolutely will not play that clip.
I'm immensely grateful to you for everything you've done in British politics over the last few years. I used to be an ardent Remainer. I voted Remain. I believed in the European project. Mm-hmm. I believed that staying in the European Union was the best thing for us. And then something happened, and something monumental happened. It completely changed my opinion on the whole situation.
What was that monumental thing, Mark?
I was kicked in the head by a horse.
Right, very good. Okay, fine. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. How that guy managed to keep a straight face during the course of that, I don't know. I mean, it was just moving up to that delicious moment with Anne Tisse. I bet he couldn't contain himself, hoping beyond hope that Nigel would chomp down on that hook. Dean says, did you see the guy yesterday who tried to burn the EU flag? The flag wouldn't burn as it was non-flammable due to EU regulations. No, I didn't. Is that true? It's Southampton. Hello, Simon.
Just under.
Yes, Simon.
Yeah.
I believe he wanted to talk about that very thing, but he appears to have left the phone down on the dashboard, perhaps. Sounds like from inside a car. Never mind, we'll never know. Davey says, TV news showed Leavers claiming the EU had taken our democracy. Oh no, I read that. Yeah, they've taken our democracy. We want our democracy back. Ben says, did you hear that hashtag thick was was trending across the UK on Twitter today, with links to videos of Brexit supporters making fools of themselves? No, I did not hear that, Ben. Why can't people just get along? I mean, is there any chance that we could get along? No. Too much to ask. Here's a call in Croydon. Hello, Maxine.
Hello, my darling.
Maxine, you're not very loud.
I'm very quiet.
Yes.
Hello!
Oh, my God.
I know! Now, I can't believe you, my love.
What?
You had an advantage last night and you missed it, my darling.
What was that?
When you took over from Nick Ferreri, I love him. I love him to pieces. Lovely, lovely man.
Yes.
You could have played the disorientated music of the Royal National Anthem.
Yeah, the Royal National Anthem.
You could have played that, my darling, and you failed to do it.
Well, that's one of the many ways in which I've failed on this show.
I know, right? It's
What?
all right, I'm not going to hold it against you, my darling, now. Because I know I love to talk to you. You've created me major problems in my life, my love. But
I
don't
have?
worry about that.
What's it got to do with me?
Well, because people keep phoning you saying, I know Maxine from Croydon.
Yeah.
So far I've been a dentist from Dover, a hypnotherapist from Huddersfield.
A
I've been
hypnotherapist.
everything, my darling.
If I had to list the least likely occupations for you, Maxine, dentistry and hypnotherapist would be right there at the top.
There you go. I know that now.
I mean, would I go into a trance listening to your voice?
Yes, you would.
Most
Now,
definitely not, no.
Here's what I want to say to
You could wake me up from a coma with that voice.
Oh, well, there you go, my darling. See, I'm blessed, my love. I'm blessed. Now, here's what I want to say to you.
Yeah.
Do you watch, I know you don't watch it, but do you watch The Masked Singer?
No.
Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. If somebody comes on in what used to be the kind of costume that they had in Je Sans Frontières. Do you remember that show?
Yeah, no,
It's
I
a
know
knockout.
it now.
Yeah. And then they sing, and then they pull their comedy head off. And then you realise that it's a celebrity
it's not who you want it to be.
It's a celebrity that you've never heard of.
Yeah, I know that. A Z-lister. I know, yeah, as you class them. Right, now, here's where I'm going with this. This morning, Steve Allen went on the radio. He's in rehearsal. I reckon he's the monster. That big guy in the blue furry outfit. I reckon it's him. What do you think?
Well, I've got no idea what you're talking about. Just tell me the names of some of the, and I'm waggling my fingers in the air to denote inverted commas, the celebrities on that show. Who? Give me some names. I want names, Maxine.
What, of who they could be, or who the judges are?
No, not the judges. I've probably never heard of them either. But who are the celebrities?
Yeah, you've heard.
Who?
Well,
who are they?
You know who the judges are.
I don't. I've got no idea who they are.
Right,
who are they?
Right, here we go. Right, Jonathan Ross.
Right.
Sharon and Kelly Osbourne were on there tonight.
Yeah.
I think it's Rita Ora. And that all, and Davina McCall.
Right. Well, I have actually heard.
And they're all saying.
I've heard of all of those people.
Yeah, you've heard of them all. Right, they're the judges.
Right, who are the singers so far?
Right, the singers are a hedgehog.
No, wait. Haven't they, doesn't every week mean that they tell us who they are?
Yeah, they revealed some, but I don't know who they are.
Right, okay. Celebrities we've never heard of.
Yeah. The one tonight was one of the singers, Steers, from Scissor Sisters.
Nobody's going to get that. How would anybody guess that?
No, of course they ain't. No, of course they ain't. No one's ever going to get it. But the monster, they all think it's CeeLo. Is it CeeLo? He's a black singer.
Yeah, he's the guy who's wider than he is tall.
Well, there you go.
But he has a very, very distinctive voice.
Yeah, I know, but I think that's Steve Allen. Have you ever heard Steve Allen sing in the morning?
No, I have not.
I reckon, he's going to bring out a Christmas album this year.
Well, last year he brought out a Christmas tea towel. That went fantastically well.
I tell you what, it did. Now, what are you going to do? You got to bring something out, my darling.
Leave it with me. I'll sell my car at Christmas.
No, I'll tell you what you can do.
Yeah.
You could bring out like a little mobile car.
Right.
Of every car that you've got, and then we buy one, and whatever one works, we keep.
Okay.
Because the only cars that you have, the only ones that don't work, you keep, and then you have to flog them. Now,
I tell you what, I'll just take my car keys and throw them into the road, and just let people take their pick.
No, you can't do that now.
Maxine, please stop watching these programs. If you stop watching these stupid television programs, they will stop making them. I promise that's true.
But you know that's not going to happen, because that's the only thing that keeps us healthy. Look, I can't be
there's
talking.
Nothing healthy about it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't be dealing with Brexit.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, you like to put your brain in. I like to put my brain in neutral all of the time.
I know you do, my darling.
All of the time.
I want to ask you one question.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Bromley?
I don't think so. Why would you?
Right. Do you know of a restaurant where you play games, board games, while you're eating a meal?
God, that sounds awful. Why would you do that?
No. I don't know, but I've heard it on a radio show on LBC. I don't know what.
Right, that sounds absolutely awful. Why would anybody do that?
No, it doesn't. No, because you go for a meal and you play board games.
But why? Why would you want to do that? That sounds a terrible idea.
No, it's not, but it's quite fun, because
it isn't.
If you get fed up with chatting to someone, you can play for them and go.
Well, here's a good idea, Maxine. Just sit there eating and chatting.
Well, no, because...
Play the board games afterwards. Go to the pub and play a board game, or stay at home and play a board game.
Look, let me tell you something. You are going to get a listener that's going to phone in and say,
and then I will...
there is a restaurant.
Okay, I don't care. I'll slam the phone down on them.
Now, I want to ask you one more question before I go, because I've got to go to bed. I've got to be up for work in the morning.
Right, what is your final query?
Right. Is there any chance that you would do a show, you and Steve Allen?
No.
Why? Because I think you'd be good.
No.
I think you two would be hilarious.
No, but it would be a competition. It would be too competitive. If there's absolutely. If it's two people, listen to me, Maxine.
Go on.
If it's two people, you want one to be, not in charge exactly, but it's like double acts. Double acts always have the funny guy and the straight man, and it would end in a fight. We'd kill each other.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, we
would be, for the listeners, it would be hilarious.
Well,
and I hope to God, when Steve Allen does his shows, when he goes out and does his one-man shows, that he brings you there with him.
Yeah.
Because I think between you and your sound effects and Steve Allen cussing everyone, I think you'd be brilliant. Honest to God, I really do.
You've given me a lot to think about, so let me think about that.
No.
Is the answer. Thanks a lot, Maxine. It's a definite no from me. And Steve, I would imagine. 0345 6060 973. Tom says, our palindrome guy, this is about the date, tomorrow's date, is a palindrome. 0202 2020. It's the same forwards as backwards. He said that it's going to be another 365 days before it happens again, which is alarming. And I thought, oh, God. Not days, 365 years. And there's 365 days in the year, so that sounded to me like something of a celestial message. You know, our time is up, like that. And Tom says, our palindrome guy took me 2 seconds to disprove. There will be a palindromic date on the 12th of February next year. 12022021. 12th of the 2nd, 2021, which reads the same forwards as backwards. He says, oh, and Brexit, what an embarrassment. The only good thing to come out of it is that the country has no further need of Nigel Farage. Oh, poor Nigel.
Nigel Farage is not fit and proper to be in government.
So 12th of February next year is when the next palindrome will happen. So that's when the end of the world is scheduled for. We've got a year. Use it well, my pretties.
This is LBC.
Don't touch me! I'll kill you!
So here's this dog. Pudsey, the Britain's Got Talent winner. There it is. It just looks like a dog to me. Who is worth 10... can't possibly be. It's worth £10 million. What? Is that true?
That's what the internet said.
Oh, God, well, if it's on the internet, it must be true. Pudsey, the Britain's Got Talent winner. Well, it's official. Britain has not got talent. That show was won by a dog. It's worth £10 million. Why? It smells and it poops. How's that? I smell and I poop. Where's my £10 million? Stuart says, why did people at the Brexit celebrations in London keep talking about England? Have they not heard of the UK? God help us, says Stuart. Well, it's a particularly English thing, let's admit it. But Brexit is an English thing. It's not a Northern Irish thing. It's not a Gibraltar thing. It's not a Scottish thing. And it's only just barely a Welsh thing. It's an English thing. It's a little English thing. Anna says, I'm in Bournemouth with a senior rail card. It's only £42 return. Had a sunny day on the glorious Purbeck coast, says Anna. What? But you didn't tell me where it's a return from. I mean, £42 could be, a ridiculous amount of money if you went from Eastbourne, for instance. Like Eastbourne to Bournemouth return, 42 quid. You've been ripped off, Anna. But if you went from Kirkcaldy, then that sounds like a fantastic value for money. Shane says, it's been very hot here in Sydney. It was 45 degrees yesterday. Yes, thank you, Shane, but we don't wish to know that. Bromley. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Nick.
Brill.
Hi, Nick. When the Brexit result was first announced in 2016, I was absolutely convinced it would have no effect on my life whatsoever. I'm 60 years of age.
60 years of age.
Retired. 4 stone
Why do you
overweight.
want to retire? It's a bit young, isn't it?
Ill health retirement, and I'm 4 stone overweight. I go through the same routine every Saturday, Nick. I check my mobile phone and I get the same automated message, you have no new messages. Today, Nick, take the phone, 38 new messages,
wow,
all from vivacious young women want to take me out for lunch or dinner.
Thanks to us leaving the European Union.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I'm a first-time caller, but a listener with material.
Okay, if only you'd told me that at the beginning, Bill, I wouldn't have wasted my time. But thanks for that. Appreciate it. He's never had so much fun now that we're out of the European Union. His sex life has been revivified. Ron says, Uncle Nige called it Independence Day, and others say it's our first day of freedom. Guess what? Nothing's changed. Independence Day. What, like the chap who played the President of the United States of America in Independence Day? Was he channeling that? It just gets funnier and funnier. It's a tragi-comedy, I think, is what it is. And depending on what day it is and who you're talking to, sometimes it's more tragi and sometimes it's more comedy. I could be appalled. I've decided to be amused until persuaded otherwise. This says Pudsey the dog. Where did you get this information from?
This is from the Daily Mirror.
Oh, right. Do you have any? Can you check these facts? Do we have any corroborating information, or should I just take it as read? I'll take it as read. How could this not be the truth? It was in the Daily Mirror. Pudsey the dog could have earned himself and owner Ashley as much as £10 million in 5 years since he won Britain's Got Talent. How? On Friday, a heartbroken Ashley announced that the 11-year-old dog was dead. Believed to have succumbed to cancer. Dogs get cancer. Well, I know beagles used to because of, the heavy smoking habit. The Mirror says, but in his short, bright professional career, Puds could have earned himself a kennel load of cash after taking the Britain's Got Talent crown in 2012. God, really? 2012? You're kidding me. 8 years ago? That can't be true. 8 years ago that happened. That is false information. Please tell me that's not true.
It's true.
8 years ago? What's happened in the intervening time? Maybe I have been in a coma. That dog won that stupid contest 8 years ago. I am stunned. I mean, I know time's flying and seems to be getting faster by the day, but that's incredible. That was 8 years ago. Well, what's happened in the last 8 years? I've achieved nothing in the last 8 years. Damn it! It's just disappeared. Oh, my God, I've stood still. I think I was stunned into I'm still stunned now. Listen to me. I can't believe it. That dog won Britain's Got Talent in 2012. The first dog to win the show. The first dog to win the show. The winning duo were awarded £500,000. Were they? Or was it one of those deals where it's a £500,000 contract, which doesn't actually mean that you get £500,000? Bands used to get done like that all the time. Oh, we'll sign you on a £1 million contract. And bands immediately went out and bought themselves, matching Lamborghinis, not realising that you don't actually get any money on a £1 million contract, because all of the money that you spent on the clothes and the video and the travelling and the, all the rest of it that goes with it and the recording and all the rest of that comes out of that £1 million, which means you're left with nothing. Zero. In fact, you owe the record company money. Anyway, I don't know that that's true in this case. It was awarded £500,000, along with money can't buy honour of performing in front of the Queen. Yeah, I wonder what the Queen thought.
Oh, fabulous.
God, I've got to sit through this. Do you see what I have to go through for £80 million a year, she must have thought. As though she hasn't suffered enough, poor dear. The pair became famous for their dance routine to the Mission Impossible theme. Oh, my God. In October 2012, a book titled Pudsey, My Autobiography, or is that just a typo? Autobiography was released. The dog wrote a book chronicling the pet's rise to fame. Oh, for crying out loud. This country's lost its mind. He hit the big screen in 2014, taking the leading role in his own movie, Pudsey the Dog the Movie. You're making this up.
It's off the BBC, this bit.
Oh, crikey. The pair also travelled to America following their big win where they performed on America's Got Talent. Well, apparently America didn't have any talent either. And they appeared on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, which was cancelled, by the way. Probably as a direct result. I am stunned. Oi. Stop the world, I want to get off. Get Elon Musk on the phone. I want to get on one of his rockets to Mars.
Okie dokie.
Pudsey the Dog, the movie, is a 2014 British 3D live-action family comedy. Oh, it's 3D, baby.
Groovy.
The film received negative reviews from critics. The film received negative reviews from critics. Can you believe that?
Yes.
It earned £2.6 million, but cost £2.5 million to make. On November the 10th, 2014, Pudsey the Dog, the movie, was released on DVD in the United Kingdom. The plot section on Wikipedia for this movie is completely empty. Really? Yeah, that sounds about right. It has no plot. London Colney. Hello, Mandy.
Hi, Nick. I was going to talk about Pudsey, but I think you've covered that. I've had a weird thought.
Yes.
What's going to happen to Euro Millions? Are we still going to do it?
Euro Millions?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but I forgot to buy my ticket. Do you have to buy a ticket to win?
Yes.
But what if I was going to pick the winning numbers?
No. When you pick the tickets and you buy the tickets and you don't win, it's because you picked the wrong numbers.
Yeah, well, that happens all the blooming time. I get those lucky dip tickets, and there's nothing lucky about them.
Well, I won £2.40. Come on, be fair.
Big deal.
I know, called Securical. But will we still do it?
Call Securical. Yeah, don't call G4S, call Securical.
Yeah, but will we still go to... I mean, it's so bloody expensive, but are we going to do it? Because it's Euro, isn't it?
Yeah, it does have Euro in the name. I wonder if we'll be banned forever from entering the Eurovision Song Contest. Not that we'd ever win it, because Europe hates us already. Never mind about now.
Well, this year, if it does go ahead, we'll get 0 point without a doubt.
0 point, yeah.
Yeah.
We should actually aim for that.
It happens anyway because they're rubbish.
Well, doesn't Ireland vote for us?
Oh, do they?
And then expect us to
I
vote
don't
for
think
them?
they will now, but they're really going to
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Maybe Israel will vote for us, or Australia, because they're in Europe too, apparently.
We've helped the koala bears.
How did we do? How did we help them?
I gave some money, to be honest.
Oh, you gave money?
Yeah,
oh, that'll work.
No, I know, but you just want to help animals. With their voice, they get burnt.
Yeah.
They're getting shriveled.
I know. Poor little bears.
It devastates me.
That was a recording of a koala bear.
Yeah, I know. It sounded like one.
yesterday, yeah.
So can we not do the Euro Millions this
Did you
week?
know that koala bears have all got chlamydia?
No.
They have a sexually transmitted disease. I think that's actually true.
Is it true?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, then they're very...
Well, the thing with koalas is that they look like they're very, very slow-moving and don't have an interesting lifestyle. But at night, oh boy, they're out giving
Rock
it
and
some.
roll.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that true?
Which bit?
The chlamydia.
I think so, yeah. Riven with them.
Can't they treat them?
You're riven with it, they are.
Well, it's not killing them. They're happy.
Well,
They're dead now,
you
but
don't know
they
that.
were happy before they died. They died happy.
You don't know they're happy.
They're having lots of sex.
Well, yeah.
But they're not now. Because they're all gone nearly, aren't they?
Yeah, they have lots of sex, but then have to go to koala clinic, which is never a pleasant thing to have to do. You're sitting in that waiting
Well,
room.
it can't be embarrassing because they've all got it.
Exactly. How if they weren't covered with fur, they'd be very red-faced.
Oh, you upset me now. Chlamydia koalas. At least it's sort of alliteration.
Yeah, look it up. I think it's true.
Do you think so?
I don't think
Can't
so.
they cure them with antibiotics or something?
I've got no idea.
I've got no idea.
And the most important thing to remember about this, Mandy, is I don't care.
I do.
Right,
I love
obviously.
koalas.
Well, you've got...
I want to cuddle one.
Yeah, you got... Well, best of luck with that. Put yourself
I
in
didn't say I wanted to have sex with one. I just said I wanted to cuddle
know.
one.
Climb into a hazmat suit before cuddling a koala.
No. No. Even in London Zoo have they got chlamydia?
Yeah, I don't believe that you're allowed to cuddle the exhibits in London Zoo.
I wouldn't go to London Zoo, but...
I wouldn't go to London Zoo either. Why do people go to a zoo? It's a prison for animals. It is cruel. Why go to a zoo? How do zoos still exist?
Did you see... Well, you don't look at Twitter very often, but there was a clip on Twitter yesterday. It made me cry. This woman was raising 2 lions or tigers or something. And the government, not the government, whoever took them away and put them in a sanctuary. And after 7 years, she went back there. And these 2 lions, or tigers they were, went bounding over to her and putting their arms around her, and it was just beautiful.
I've seen something, that resembles that entirely. Do you remember those 2
the men that kept them as a pet?
The 2, they bought a lion in Harrods.
Yeah.
And they had to give it up because, lions get quite large. Who knew?
Just a bit.
And they came back, and it was quite a long time later, and they just wandered into the lion enclosure, and about a quarter of a mile away, the lion spotted them and stopped dead.
Over.
And then ran over, and you thought, well, these guys have got approximately 10 seconds to live. And it was just running over to, lick them.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
It was.
You see, they do care. If they remember. So do elephants.
Yeah, well, they're not stupid.
No, and they're gorgeous. I love animals. We're their voice. We've got to help them.
Well, they don't need our help. They just need us to stop interfering with their lives and killing them in such large numbers.
And trophy hunting.
Yeah, that's got to stop, yeah.
That's awful. But there's all fires burning again in Australia tonight, isn't there?
Say that again?
There's loads of fires burning again in Australia tonight.
My understanding was they never stopped.
Well, it's got really hot and they've got really out of control. Yeah. They're just going all over.
Well, I don't think it's the heat that's the problem. It's the lack of water that is the issue, isn't it?
Yeah, well...
I don't know that that's true, but it doesn't stop it from being a fact.
It's horrible.
Here, Mandy, cheer up. It might never Oh, no, that's right. It already has. Cheers, my dear. This says, this is about chlamydia. Oh, really? Do I have to read this?
Dreadful.
Do I have to read that?
It's about koalas.
Is it? Chlamydia, a type of sexually transmitted disease, is found in humans, has hit wild koalas hard, with some wild populations seeing a 100% infection rate. See, they look cute and cuddly, but really, what a lifestyle.
Disgusting.
Koalas are struck by a different strain of the disease from that which affects humans, although it seems that humans can catch the koala version through exposure to an infected animal's urine. Oh. In koalas, the effects of chlamydia are devastating. including blindness, infertility, and an infection known as dirty tail. Oh, I feel like I need a shower just having read that. Can't you put some sort of warning at the beginning of it?
Warning! Warning!
I'd never want to even think about that again. This show appalls me.
And that's it. If you subscribe to this podcast, the next episode will get squirted up your life as though by magic on Mondays. And don't forget the other podcasts that I do. There's the one that I do with the delightful Carol McGiffin, which is called What's Your Problem with Nick and Carol, in which she and I try to solve people's problems while not laughing too much. And failing on both counts. If you want us to have a bash at your issue, simply send it to the following address, nickandcarol@global.com. That's nickandcarol@global.com. And prepare for total satisfaction. Ask for that show by name on an internet near you. It's called What's Your Problem with Nick and Carol. And there's the one called The Whole Show, which is, as it sounds, the whole show from my Friday and Saturday night stints on the radio, with the news and the ads taken out, which means it takes less time to listen to, you'll use less electricity, and you won't have to win the lottery to pay your fuel bill. And I'll be back on the radio Friday, Saturday, Sunday night at 10, and until then, I'll be seeing you.
Bye-bye.